The village of Dinner Plain is set high in the Victorian Alps. This picturesque village is full of snow gums and earthy villas, tracks, hikes and cross-country trails all close by. A small food scene exists, a culinary divide. One grand old lady still stands, the Dinner Plain Hotel. A short history of a raucous kind. Just who was game enough to take the reins of the icon of the village?
Well, welcome. I'm in the high altitude village of Dinner Plain, and I'm here with the lovely Georgia Sheriff.
Yes.
Outside the iconic Dinner Plain Hotel. So Georgia, tell me, how did you come to be running and owning the Dinner Plain Hotel?
My true love, my husband and I, met in the ski fields of Victoria while I was a sales rep for Jägermeister, and he was cooking all over the world. He became a chef and decided that cooking was going to take him from mountain to mountain, from country to country. He's going to see the world and cook his way through a lifestyle of boarding and skiing and stuff.
So a true snow chef.
A true snow chef.
Right
a
on.
true snow chef. But our paths crossed in the Falls Creek Hotel on our sister mountain to Mount Hotham. And I used to go up there with my Jägermeister and get the chefs and go, can you guys come down and carry all my stock up? So I did that and loved it for 6 or 7 years. I was running a venue in Collins Street in Melbourne, and the barrister that owned this hotel at the time walked in all suited up because he's a barrister in Melbourne.
Yes, they do.
And we're standing there, and you know when you see a person and they don't fit the scene because you've only ever seen them in their snow clothes in the pub,
Yes.
trudging through running the business. And I'd be like, John, I haven't been there for 7 years. How's the pub? How's this? How's that? And he's like, look, he goes, I've had a love affair with this venue for many years, but you wouldn't want to buy it, would you, Georgia? And I'm like, no. I go, I don't have $1 million to buy a pub. What's wrong with you? And he's like, well, let's see. You're a alcohol rep, hospitality, and you've got a chef. Perfect operators to be on the ground, and you'd be perfect for Dinner Plain. So he chucked us the keys and said, go up and check it out. And we've been here, for several times, but like on your own with the keys kind of thing. And so we came up and we stayed the night in the pub, just in the pub.
In the pub, yeah.
And we're sitting there going, do you want to do this? And he's like, I don't know. Are you scared? Yep, I'm scared. We're scared. So we took it on, and it was a pretty hectic journey. We did it all in stride. It's been a hard 4 years of just trying to restore an old icon, because it had a little decade of, a couple of bushfires and stuff, and a couple of ownership changes in the village.
Yeah.
And it was awesome that as we got here, we were meant to get here. It was kind of the new decade of new owners coming in, new blood coming in, trying to transform the village into what it's going to be for the next 2 decades. Interestingly enough, everyone says to me, why do you own a pub in the snow when you don't ski or board?
Okay.
And I said, well, I go to the Onsen, I sit by the fire, I work, and I get pleasure in getting my kids to get out there and learn skiing or boarding.
So you mentioned the Onsen just then, just over here to my left. We've already had a little board, and our bones are feeling a bit weary. Is it somewhere you recommend? You obviously spend a bit of time.
Absolutely beautiful. Just from having a soak after a day out, hiking, walking, skiing, whatever you're doing, to just going for a relaxation day, massages, whatever it is you want to do. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
All right, so on your recommendation, I'm going to pop into the Onsen to my left here and probably take Chef John, and we'll have a bit of time talking about the Dinner Plain food scene and the lovely and wonderful people we're meeting here.
Yeah, it's gorgeous part of the world. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
After a day of travel and snowboarding, the muscles were aching. Soothing of the Onsen kind was on the cards. A real deal snow chef had joined the fold to add a new take on this food and beverage journey. The Colombian Australian, Chef John Verano.
John, this is super relaxing. We've found our way into the Onsen here in Dinner Plain on the recommendation of Georgia. Some great facilities here. There's a gym, massage, Nice lap pool in there, mate. You think you'll throw down a few laps before we get out of here?
Bust down a few, yeah, I reckon.
Yes.
Pretty sore, pretty tired from travelling, but I reckon this is an amazing place.
Yeah, well, luckily they also have massage here, so we could perhaps sneak a massage in. We've still got a lot of work to do. We've got to get around to a lot of chefs and foodies and restaurateurs at high altitude. I'm still to pop up back up to Hotham and check out some of the bar scene there. I'd love to have a cocktail or two this afternoon, but there's a bar there that's just come on the scene this season called Miss Mary's. What sort of cocktail would you be after?
Mate, I'm trying to look after myself fast, so I'm going to go gin cocktail.
What would you like to see on the menu in some of these places? Or what do you think is on the menu at high altitude?
I'm not sure. I reckon they'd be using local products. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to get product up here. I'm sure if I put it to a few chefs that they tell me it's hard. Anything up in altitude is always going to be all about transport. So yeah, look, I'd say like heavy dishes like stews and braisers and, you know, strong meats as well, you know, strong flavours. It's like Alpine country is always associated with venison and game flavours, maybe like kangaroo, I don't know. Yeah.
And what's your recommendation for the game? What's a good pairing drink to have with, I don't know, steak, kangaroo?
Oh mate, it's always going to be a really nice red. Yeah, it's always going to be a red.
What does that actually do? How does that, because I don't know enough about it, you're the man, what does that do with your palate?
Oh, well, it's all about having like a strong flavour. If you're drinking something light, that strong flavour is going to mask and overpower the drink you're drinking. So you want something full-bodied, something that's going to stand up to the strength of the game. You know, and when you're talking kangaroo, you're talking like pretty rare cooked kangaroo.
Yeah.
You know, or if you're having a steak, you know, or having venison, it's always going to be a strong flavour there. So yeah, and the grill flavours as well. So you want a red, or you want a beer. Yeah.
Wow. I'm looking forward to popping over to Falls Creek, another snow resort here in the Victorian Alps. So there's a few people who got lined up, a few chefs, food and beverage manager, and wine personality, and then we are possibly going backcountry with Steve Lee, former Olympian and a friend of yours.
Steve's an amazing backcountry guide. He's an amazing skier, Alpine adventurer. You know, it's going to be lots of fun.
Well, I hope we can do an afternoon session with him on some nice corn and get down to somewhere for the après ski to finish off.
That'd be cool.
That day, that'd be cool. Now, I don't reckon we can spend too much time here. I'm loving it. Like, I mean, look up here, mate. There's a beautiful gum above us. We've got the beautiful natural stone that's obviously just been pulled out of the ground here and built. And it is just a lovely spot here at the Onsen in Dinner Plain. But, mate, we really need to get moving.
You got a massage to go to too.
I do.
Yeah, and we've got to get out of here.
Let's do it, mate.
Let's do it.